Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Gibson here, and it is Thursday, March 11th. And I'm just going to tell you about our assignments and expectations for today. Today in class, we will have a warm-up, and it will help us cover some of the, or one of the vocabulary words that many students seem to struggle with. And so we'll review that and maybe get to know it a little bit better, use context clues to try to figure out what it means. And then we will use, again, we will practice using our notes to write a response to a discussion question. And the big goal of that is using textual evidence within that discussion's question response. So using our notes to take those pieces of textual evidence that we have taken notes on and then apply that to a response to a discussion question. The other thing that we're working on is IXL practice. All right, and so you will want to make sure to complete either your diagnostic, if you have not completed your language arts diagnostic in IXL, then you'll want to do that. If you have done that, then you'll pick two different activities or two different skills you want to work on in IXL and then complete those. So by Sunday this week, you will want to complete reading one, discussion question, written response, and then the IXL practice. And those are due by Sunday at midnight. All right, so for our warm-up, we will be talking about the word abolish. So what does abolish mean? And then we will have three different examples of the word abolish used in sentences, and then we're going to try to practice using context clues in order to figure out what that word means. All right, some of you do know what it means and did an excellent job on our vocabulary practice, and some of you, this was one of the two words that you might have missed. So a lot of you if you were missing any points, it would have been from abolish. So we will work on this word here and trying to use context clues to figure out what it means. So please come to class to get that practice, especially if this is something that you missed in the vocabulary practice. All right, so we'll want to have our editorial 1 and 2 notes so that we can use those to write our written response to the discussion question. And then today we're going to take some time to, as a group, sort of discuss each of these different questions. That way you can get some ideas about what you might want to write about. So let's discuss some of our opinions in response to these questions to give you ideas about what to write about. So we'll want to use our notes, like what kind of evidence would you use to answer these questions, and then how might you fit this into a complete response to a discussion question. So we will work on that to help give you some ideas about how you can write about these questions, all right? So please come to class, especially if you would like support in these discussion questions. All right, and then this is how I will be grading you on your written response to these one of these discussion questions. So you must have an indented paragraph. Remember, click that tab button in the upper left-hand corner at the very beginning of the paragraph. Have a topic sentence, all right, and that is 2 points. And as we were going through the editorials, you might have noticed that as we went through each paragraph, the topic sentence or the very first sentence of the paragraph gave us the main idea of the paragraph. And that's my expectation for you as well. So your topic sentence should tell the reader what the whole paragraph will be about, what the main idea in the paragraph is. So you'll kind of want to model or use the model of the editorial paragraphs to create your own paragraph. And then you'll want to have supporting details from the text we read. So that's part of answering the questions, using your notes, providing textual evidence and specific examples. And that's what we'll want to do there. And that's worth half of your grade. So this is all worth 20 points, and that's worth 10 points of the 20. So that's worth half of your grade. So the big picture here, or the big goal or skill we're working on, is taking the information we get when we take notes after reading something and then using that information in a paragraph to respond to a discussion question about the topic we're dealing with. And then you want to have a concluding sentence to sort of wrap everything up and provide sort of a closing statement in your paragraph. And then the other aspect is having proper grammar, punctuation, spelling, capitalization. So you've worked on a lot of skills in IXL, so take those skills that you've learned and apply them to what you're writing in your paragraph, okay? And again, this assignment is worth 20 points, and it is due Sunday at midnight. And the last one is your IXL practice. All right, so you'll go into Pearson. It gives you directions on what to do and a video to watch to find recommendations as far as what skills you want to work on. And then you will take a screenshot of the things that you work on. There's an example of a screenshot and what your screenshot should look like. It should have your name, it should have the skill title, it should have your SMART score. And then you'll include those screenshots in your answers in Pearson. Additionally, you'll have to tell me why you chose those skills, because you need to have a why. Why are you choosing to work on these skills? And that's part of how you're going to take ownership of your own learning and your own skill development. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please reach out if you have any questions or need any help. Please come to class so I can support you in answering your discussion question as well as completing your IXL practices. All right, have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Stay warm.